to you from Homebrew Studios. It's Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour with your host, Bob Katie.
And John Picarillo.
Time has slowly as I walk this dusty road. Yesterday's gone and tomorrow's too far away. Sometimes I think
Happy Thursday. Welcome to Thursday. It's Thursday.
You know, I was all ready to do my usual thing, and then I chive. I don't know if you're familiar.
You chive?
I chive.
Chive you, man.
I do chive. And I was chiving, and I think there's I'm trying to remember what it is. I can look it up if we get a moment here, but it's so early.
We always have a moment.
It's so early in the show. I got to be careful. So I think they have, it's like things that jiggle Thursday.
Really?
Oh, it's fantastic. You know, it's a lot of, jiggle stuff. It's great. It's great stuff. I'll look into it if we have a little time, but we have a lot to go over.
Things that jiggle Thursday.
I think it's things that jiggle Thursday. I'm pretty sure. And that totally, for some reason, because I was trying to
Are we
think
jiggling
how
Thursday?
Yeah.
Right.
Things
the
that
Power
jiggle
Hour
Thursday.
is on board with jiggling on Thursday.
That's right. Hey, let's get this party started, folks. Hold on a second.
Why do you want that beer so bad?
Because he's thirsty, dummy.
Welcome aboard!
Now it's a podcast. Folks, we're on board.
I touched my finger to a circular saw today.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
Yeah, it's real. It's real. I'm showing the camera
That
right
finger
now.
right
It just
there.
so happens to be perfectly placed in the middle of my hand where I got hit with the circular
The
saw.
brilliant part is that you said you saw it, you
Right
thought
before
about it,
yeah,
you
right
thought about it
yeah.
before you did it.
Right before I did it, I said, you should be wearing gloves. And then I'm like, what are gloves going to do for you to a circular saw? And I think that my amazing response time might have saved my finger, but who knows? If whatever the case may be, the damage was minimal. I didn't have to go to the hospital. I didn't require stitches, so that's all good news.
That's all good, yeah.
Step A for me. Let's not have those things happen. And
Jesus. You know, you get all year
and I think if I was
long-
wearing a glove, to be honest with you, this is knowledge I've gained today. If anybody's paying attention, the gloves might have prevented me from having any injury at all. To be honest with you, so I think maybe next time I'm gonna. I'm getting lazy now because it's warming up, and I want to be in my shorts and my flip flops, and like putting extra clothes on just starts to piss me off when it starts to get
You
nice.
go 8 months running a chainsaw and a log splitter without
know.
any problems,
Because I'm covered.
and a circular saw just throws it completely right down.
I'm
It's like what do you call it? Days on the job without an incident. Just went right down to zero
yeah, I know.
after 8 months.
It's like I saw it coming. That's the thing that kills me. So I was like, hey, because I knew it's a little primitive. The guards aren't all set up on it, so I do with it what I may. And
Danger,
I kind of use it as an open board splitting. You know what I mean? For long
Great! Real bullets!
Yeah. So there's no guards on it. So that's part of my own
Whoops.
fault. Yeah, it's part of my own fault.
That is part of your own fault.
It's almost like psychological. Like you get to the moment and you're like, oh, that's not a good idea. Zoop!
No, I've never done that. No, I've never gone like close to a ledge and gone, I'm gonna fall, and then just jumped.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
Yeah. So maybe we should keep you away from tall buildings.
Seen my dad do dangerous stuff his whole life.
Even he's still got all of his fingers and
He
toes.
is. He's the master. I'll tell you what. He can cut anything with a circular saw. Really.
Obviously, we know what you can cut with a circular saw.
I can cut lots of things.
Digits.
Myself?
Yeah.
What?
You can cut your digits.
No, it
right
wasn't a
off.
circular saw. It was a table saw. That's a different thing. The blade sticks straight up, and it's right there, waiting for you.
What are you, 5? You've used that thing a million times.
I know.
You're like, so they just should not have those anymore because I have just problems gravitating toward them.
No, I'm not that guy. No, it could have
Well.
taken my finger off, and I still want to use it. You know? Yeah,
Oh, you're that guy.
I'm not that guy. I'm not the
Oh,
guy
not
you were
that guy.
talking about. I'm not the guy you were talking about.
All right, I'm not the guy you're talking about. That's the guy I'm talking about over there, across the way.
We talking about quick shots on the show? I don't.
No.
I'm just curious.
No,
'cause
no, no.
we discussed it.
Zip it.
I don't
Zip it.
remember hearing why you want that beer so bad.
I hit it.
Oh, I was totally thinking about the Thursday thing,
The Thursday thing?
the Jiggly Thursday.
Oh.
Yeah, it was that's
that's
the,
not my fault.
that's
now.
the outer space.
If you
I
miss
was
it, but we should get some business done.
Yeah.
All right, you primitive screwheads.
Listen up.
You can find us at bobandjohnspodcast@gmail.com, or
Loose and Buttery on the Twitter and Instagram, or
you can find us on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel at Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour. I don't know. You jumped ahead. You went right from welcome to opening thoughts before we could even get
Well, that's
anywhere.
why
You
I-
opened with thoughts right away. You
I
just
know.
went
I-
before we even said welcome. You were just opening thoughts.
it's an interesting day, you know. We were discussing.
Jay's mustache is here
Oi.
for the video people. I
What was that?
don't know. What did you do?
Ah, there's a big spring sound. It was kind of cool.
What
I think-
did you do? Oh, yes. What you,
I didn't do it. You did it.
I didn't do
You
shit.
did. You were moving things around. Went boing.
Hey, I got an idea. Why don't you just kiss my left nut?
There you go. Right there, pal. Right there. That's what I think.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, I'm holding. You don't know what you're doing, do you?
You know, I'm just trying to take in the whole. It's been an interesting day. That's what I was the point I was going to get at.
Interesting day.
Well, that sounds like a hot item, Bob.
No, it wasn't
I'm waiting
that
for all this interest.
It wasn't all that interesting. I think I covered it with my finger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to talk about the foreign sect at work? Is that something you want to go in? I don't want to elaborate unless you give
No,
the
I'm
green light.
I'm not sure about. I'm not sure about that. I can say that we have some trainees from Poland,
Okay. Yeah.
and
And they're hot.
yeah, they're.
You don't have to go much beyond that. Then they're young and
They're young,
hot
much
and-
younger than me. So I mean, I'm not expecting any romance.
I think a little bit of you likes to be a dirty old man.
I think so. I
Yeah.
think I'm partially dirty old man. I do. I think that's kind of what I do.
Well, every guy
But there's
should be a
nothing
dirty old
wrong
man.
with thinking about it. If you don't take actions, that's
You go from being a horny young kid to a dirty old man. That's all. You're one or
Everybody-
the other.
your wife said I haven't accepted my age and I think I'm 20. So I mean, why would it be any different with the way I think about it?
I don't believe that necessarily.
Oh, I've accepted a lot of things about
Yeah.
being an old man.
I just don't think that you.
I take pills for one. I swore I would never.
You do.
I would never.
He does.
I did. Yeah.
I don't think you've accepted. Should I say? You've accepted your age on things.
I mean, I'm not going to
it's just
give.
that
I'm not going to give up on life because
I don't
I'm
fe- I don't-
getting older.
I don't
still
feel
wanna
that you-
play.
I
I
don't-
still want to play.
I don't feel that you think at your age people should be putting things
Not-
away, so
not-
to speak.
Not throwing in the towel.
You know what I
in
mean?
any way.
But
Which means and I want to play the same game I've been playing my whole life. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
the game I like, the one I've been playing.
I think what she was saying in general was female accompaniment, but I don't think you have any boundaries on that. I don't think you sit there and go too old, too young, too
No.
with age.
No,
I think it's.
No,
I-
I try not to. I mean,
I think you look at
it's
the
smarter-
package for what it is, and that's it.
I think it's smarter to try to shop in your range. You know what I mean? I think that's the right approach if you're shopping. See, I've been trying not to even shop.
Yeah, that's true. You've been
You know what I
completely
mean? I
trying
don't-
to stay.
I don't want to. I'm not surfing around on Zoosk or Tinder.
You did at first for a while.
I did. I really did at first. And
You
it
went
was-
hot and heavy on
It
those.
was really interesting and searching around. And you know what? It's not. It wasn't even in my realm of possibility of interesting enough.
Yeah.
Just because of the way communication, I think, is a big problem with that one and stuff.
Well, you don't know what's fake, what's not, what's
there's
real,
so much
what's this, what's
bullshit
that.
out there.
Yeah.
And it's harder enough for me. If I don't think it's even happened. Came real close one time, but if I talk to someone through email only,
Uh-huh.
and we're gonna meet, I mean, that's a lot. That's heavy to me.
Yeah.
You know, it's something I don't just jump and do. I've never done it, actually. I was this close.
That little bit to
One
even
time.
that close to a commitment right now, you're like, whoa.
Yeah. So I don't.
That's because everyone's mouth is usually full of your wife's box.
So and really,
That's
needed-
and that,
I
that- well,
needed
that's.
this
I think that's.
time that
I
I've
think
had.
that's something that you've put together is that sexual rendezvous usually equals some kind of commitment of some sort on some level,
heck yeah. There's no
and
doubt.
you
There's
don't
no-
feel like putting that
Right.
in.
I don't
So
even-
in a way, you're kind of like you feel. I feel like this is the first time that you're okay with like, you know what, I ain't getting any, but you know what, that's fine because I don't want to put forth
I don't
the
have-
rest of the
I don't
commitment to
have
do so.
Any of that other bullshit
Yeah.
to deal with, and you know what? That makes
Isn't
me
it
really happy?
Isn't it a freeing thing?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, what do I always say? What did I always say back in the day, like in high school and just after when you're in your 20s? Man, think about the world you could the things you could have done and been successful at.
It's been
we
said
just
for
took the
years.
ladies too serious,
If
way
you
too serious.
Only knew then what you know now.
Pussy's a killer, man.
I'll tell you what I got. Your wife's pussy on my breath.
It's
Unbelievable. I'm telling you right now.
bring it right down to the bare bones of it.
That's the funny trick of, I think, us guys. That's what we got. The trick was played on us.
Why do you want that beer so bad?
Because he's thirsty, dummy.
But it really goes for everybody though too, because I think it has more has to do with the beauty being wasted on the young. That saying.
Oh, okay.
I think
Yeah.
it's more that. So, and that's on both sides of the field. Anybody in their 20s looks great. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Everybody looks great in their 20s. What happens when you're 40? Well, you're not the same person. That's for sure.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? That's for damn sure.
Just got hot and heavy.
You know what I like to do to her? Something I call a dirty fuzzy.
That was on the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even want to go. I was going to say, like, refresh me, but we can't talk about last week's show.
Well, we could, but it would be kind of redundant.
Yeah,
Go
exactly.
you
We've already
talk
heard the
about
jokes.
it. Go watch it or listen to it.
Did you see the second one?
Ted 2?
Yeah.
Not unless I got a special viewing.
All right, that's what I was hoping you were going to say.
Comes
You
out
didn't-
next month.
It didn't come out yet, right?
June.
All right. So it was a plug, and I didn't even know it.
Plug and you didn't even know it.
My uncle says you got a screw loose.
Oh, yeah. Your uncle molests collies.
Steve.
Steve. Oh, I was supposed to call him before we started this whole thing.
Oh, I
wasn't
forgot about that. Well,
Yeah, I gotta call him
Steve
later.
wants to call into the show. He wants to participate.
Hey,
and I was
you know
like,
what? Let's do it. Let's just do it for the fun
Yeah,
of
but
it.
then he gets his way. That's
Who
that's
cares?
bullshit. I
I
don't
ju-
think this is right. And this is how Bob and I
hey,
be
hey.
this you're gonna see this
Hey.
is how we are friends.
Just
he does
remember.
what the fuck he wants to when it's time to dial the phone.
Just remember,
Why?
just remember- hey,
he's gonna
ju-
call this asshole who wants to be on the show,
hey.
who's been a prick, and he can't fucking sing for this band. Fuck you, Steve.
You know what, though? I can just hang up on him whenever I want. I have that control.
He's not pressing my buttons. I didn't authorize this. He's going to do it whether I like it or not.
It's the first time we've had anybody on the phone on the show.
I knew you, pussy. Bitch. Gonna have to get a couple more drinks for this show. He's calling him asshole. This is Steve that can sing, but he can't fucking get his ass over here. What?
Steven, we're on the podcast you're on with Bob and John Super Duper Variety Power Hour. Give us a call back. I don't know. He didn't pick up. Maybe he'll call back.
Yeah. I'll tell you. That guy's got some balls. He got some fucking balls.
My uncle says you got a screw loose.
Oh, yeah. Your uncle molests collies.
He was on the cursing last time, but I'll tell you right now, I'm the one. That's the one thing, Steve. If there's one thing that pisses me off on this planet, it's you, Steve D'Ambrosio. It's you. You're the guy that pisses me off constantly.
And that's why I love to bring him up, because it pushes your buttons.
Asshole. It's a friggin'
Jackass.
that I hang out with. Steve. Guy
Well,
can
that
sing.
sounds like a hot item,
Think
Bob.
he could show up here and be a fucking rock star? No. Asshole.
He doesn't show up.
Never. Never shows
So
up.
what do we have to worry about him being a rock star?
You nasty motherfucker.
I told him there's a mic right here, and we can hook up another one whenever he's ready.
No, I can't leave the house.
That's true. Well,
I just...
My uncle says you got a screw loose.
Oh, yeah. Your uncle molests collies.
Oh, okay, so I guess he's got a couple screws loose. That's fine.
How would you like to suck my balls?
I think he's medicated. If you're medicated, you should be able to go around life normally. I mean, that's why I take meds. My blood pressure is high, so they give me meds to keep it under control. So I should be able to take my pills, and everything is okay. Right?
I don't take meds, so I don't know.
Mm-hmm. No.
I don't have to worry about that shit yet.
Yeah. Look at you.
When it's time for medication, just dig me up out of the ground and put them in me.
I already said that. I said that years before. Well, they said your blood pressure is running a little high, and I was like, I'm not taking a pill every day.
Well, you decided to do
forget
something
it.
stupid like quit smoking.
Well, that's just supposed to make it better. So I quit smoking. It goes through the roof. Honest to God, it was the same. It was like within 2 days of quitting because I used the patch. Well, the patch fired it up. Well, if it was only the patch, then it should have come down. I should be good, right? Nah, it fired it up and it kept it up. Oh my!
Oh my!
Oh my!
Oh, great!
Real bullets. Yeah, I tapped that saw like that, just like that. You know, I got to tell you the worst though, because I used to run the deli. The deli.
How did
was
you
like
walk away with all your limbs on that
No,
damn fucking thing?
If you look at my fingertips, almost everyone's got one that got sawed off of it.
Such a fucking klutz.
Excuse me. Bridget, could you finish up this order? Oh my!
Why do I have a fingertip in my meatloaf or whatever ham?
I never allowed that to happen. I wouldn't do that.
I hope not.
All right,
Anybody
you
behind the
primitive
counter
screwheads,
better
listen up.
Do the same.
You can find us at Bob and John's Podcast at gmail.com or
At Loose End Buttery on the Twitter and Instagram, or
on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel at Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour.
how come I get so excited for that?
I don't know. You still have to read it, which kills me.
Yeah, but I think that's why it's down because it's down. It's like band practice. Like the songs, I'm not comfortable until it's down. Once it's down, I start playing with it. You know what I mean? You know, I start to
We've been doing
improvise.
this
That's what I.
since October. You
Yeah.
think it would be down by now for you.
Hey, well, you know, it's different things, different stings. That's all.
You love this music, don't you? And now the news with Bob and John.
If only we could have every angle. Camera 2 would have got that great right there.
You start editing, and we will talk about it, asshole.
We'll get there. We'll get there. I need to.
Otherwise,
I said stick it in your ass.
it's not really news we have. It's kind of a fun thing that I saw that I thought would be interesting.
A
for the
fun
show.
thing. You've been talking about it for a little while. I have no idea. You've got
Good.
like 1,000 notes.
It's just what it was. Don't worry about it. Relax.
I can't even believe you wrote all that out.
I didn't ask you to.
You couldn't have. You didn't print it?
Hey, I got an idea. Why don't you just kiss my left nut?
No, because it was on a website, and I
All right.
saw it, and it was one of those ones where you had to hit it and keep moving.
All right,
and
I
slide
I
through.
might as well get in on this search action. But as soon as you get into whatever you're talking about, I got to know what the hell you're talking about.
I saw this, and it was an interesting thing. We always talk about this stuff. It's the 25 awesome childhood experiences extinguished by technology.
You can't. You can't just Google that.
Well, that sounds like a hot item,
That
Bob.
sounds like a hot item, Bob.
I'll start at 25 and go to 1. I don't know. They started at 1, so but I just
Who's
think they
they?
numbered them.
Somebody did this?
You know what? I
have
forgot
you-
to look
you
exactly
didn't
who it
compile
was.
this?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I did not compile it. I compiled a few of my own that we'll
Okay.
talk about afterwards
All
that I
right,
thought
all
of
right,
too.
all right.
But these were like the big ones. So basically, your kids aren't going to be able to experience these things that we did. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I don't think they put them in any specific order. Like they put 1 through 25, but it looks like they just kind of randomly put up 25.
All right.
So I'm going to start at 1, I guess, and I'll go to 25. It's not in any order. You know, it's not like our top 10 where the number
Okay.
1's the best.
Okay.
No, nothing's the best in this. It's just
Maybe we should try to rate it.
that's a lot to rate. 25 of them is a
I
lot
know,
to rate.
I know.
Number 1 would be recording on a VHS tape. Basically, recording using a VCR.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, gone.
I have some of those tapes.
Like now, they'll never go through the. What's on this tape? Can I tape over this? Can I tape
because
over
shit
that?
was stripped off of it, the label and
Can
stuff.
I tape over this? What's on this?
Oh yeah,
when your
we
mother's
had to do
sitting
that
there,
all the time.
when your mother's sitting there going, "This was our wedding." Sorry, Mom.
Oh, I got one. I've been trying to convert some stuff, over to disc, and I got one. My sister's wedding. It's not her main one, so it's not like she doesn't have any memories of it. But this one, it will not play at regular speed. It just won't.
But
It's like it's all. But the film is there, so I haven't
how-
given up on it.
How old's
but-
Samantha now?
12.
12. So she'll never have that problem. She never.
Oh,
never,
she won't know.
never had that problem.
Nope.
Number 2 was using a phone book to find a telephone number. Nah,
We busted one out the other night, and it was funny because
they're not going to have to do it. Computer. That's or their phone can be used like for a phone book. 'Cause it can be used as a computer.
I won't keep one when it's just my house.
Yeah. My wife likes to keep one. She's a little old school on
My
that.
parents like it.
Even though we don't have a landline.
Amy liked it too.
Yeah,
Damn. But they used to bring them regular. They used to recycle them like
They still do here. Where
Regular.
we are out here. We get
Really?
them like once a year.
because
Yeah.
well, I'm not there, so I don't know.
we
but
get them
my-
once a year.
My parents, it doesn't seem like they're overwhelmed with new books. The one they have is pretty old.
Yeah, we still get them, but they'll never.
But I
you know,
think that's
one thing.
why I don't think my parents accept the new ones. They're like, keep the old ones for.
They're never. Think about it, Samantha's never going to know. Let your fingers do the walking, or the yellow pages.
Well, because they Google.
Yeah, I know.
That's what it is.
Yeah, well, it's an extinguished technology.
Okay. Yeah.
Tangled up cords and stuff. You know, everything's Bluetooth now, and everything's wireless.
Oh, no, Samantha knows what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, she needs these.
No, I just mean
keep-
power cords and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yes, this is the most basic of them all. It comes with a case that it's designed to go back into so that it doesn't get tangled.
And she doesn't do it.
She's burned through a couple of these because
The Apple ones are expensive.
exactly.
Yeah.
Just burning them up because they get knotted all the time. Sure, you can untangle them, but think about it. When you anything that is wires that you bend that much, it's going to fail eventually.
But I mean,
if you store them properly, they're designed to store that way. They work. This was my first one ever.
When I read that one, I got a little. I was like, that's a little ticky tacky. But I understand what they're saying. Like no Bluetooth, like a lot, like everything. You don't have to have a power plug for everything now, like a laptop and stuff. You don't have to Bluetooth now, so you don't even need. You can have speakers. You don't even need, to hook it up with a wire or anything.
Yeah.
So I think that's what they were shooting for. You know what I mean? Where back before you had to have it all. You know what I mean? If you didn't have a wire going to it, it didn't work. Their number 4 is saving data on a floppy disk.
Oh, that's gone.
Yeah, that's gone.
Way gone.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember having the you open it up. It's like a
floppy what? Remember the jiggly one? It was floppy.
That's
like
what
the
they
original
mean.
floppy disk.
That's what they're talking
yeah.
about. When I saw that they had the picture
original,
of the original floppy disk.
The original floppy disk was
with the circle
floppy,
in it.
Yeah,
And
it was like
floppy
a
disk.
plastic square record.
Well, a lot of it back then because the hard drives were shit, so you had to put the floppy in just to save something.
I gotta say, technology from the time we were kids till now is amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing advances.
Studying.
It's one of the few places I appreciate man's.
Some things, some things not.
You know, what we were talking about there. Yeah. Let's not start talking about politics.
No. I was just talking about with every good thing technology has brought us, there's been some
negative things.
Things.
That's
sometimes the old isn't the best thing to get rid of.
That's
because it's old.
When record players were on their way out,
yeah,
I got rid of all my Led Zeppelin
vinyl.
Don't
get me started on that.
I wish
That's
I
my
never
one.
did that.
That's one thing I wish didn't go out. But number 5, studying Pluto, because Pluto is no longer a planet. It's not classified as a planet. So your daughter will not have to study Pluto or know what the hell it is.
What is it considered?
I don't know. It just said it wasn't. It's not. I know they declassified it as a planet.
That's bullshit. I'm going to look that up right now.
You look that thing up. Number 6 was using the TV guide, going and buying a TV guide, having a TV guide around the house. You don't need it.
I wasn't a regular on that anyway.
We never got TV guide, to be honest with you.
You?
No, but I remember my parents used to keep. They had the Sunday paper insert that was like about this big.
Mm-hmm.
That was like the guide for the week, where the TV guide was like the guide for the month. We used to my parents used to keep that one around for the week to see what was on, that type of thing. But now it's all on your screen.
The only time I remember having like a TV guide was antenna, like pre-cable.
You had a TV guide for an antenna? I don't.
When I only had like 6, 10, 13.
Yeah.
I think it got extensive as 20-something at one point.
Yeah.
I remember some sort of schedule for the week, what was on TV.
Oh.
But as soon as it went past 4 or 5 stations, I'm like,
they were talking
might
TV
as well
guide.
surf.
Yeah, they were talking
And that's
TV
what I do
guide.
with TV. If I ever get the opportunity to sit in front of TV and I'm in control, and it's probably the only way I'm going to be in front of a TV, and I'm going to surf. And if the people around me don't want that, I'll go do something else.
Well, using a TV guide. There you go. Number 7.
Pluto, by the way, is huge.
Huge?
Second most massive known dwarf planet after Eris. Largest object in Kuiper belt.
We'll say they were saying it's not.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Aha, it's you.
Nothing's
Busted.
Uh-oh. What? Oh.
Houston, we have a problem.
I don't know what that noise was.
I can't believe they took it off the list.
They did.
It's in our Milky Way. That's the way I'm thinking. You don't take
it's in our what?
Milky Way.
Milky Way. Thank God I was.
It's in our galaxy, for God's sakes. I think instead of subtracting planets to know as neighbor planets, I mean, kids ought to know our galaxy because that's where the futures is. You know, we can't be here forever.
I don't know what they clarified it as, but number 7 is AOL dial-up. And the you got mail.
You gone. You gone.
Yeah. I don't think you can. I don't think AOL exists as a platform anymore, do they? As a internet carrier, do they? I have no idea.
I'd have to look on my backlog for email, see if it exists.
The email still exists.
Yeah, I think so too.
But I don't know if I don't know.
It's got to be bought by somebody.
Yeah, I have no idea. Number 8 was going to the video store and picking out a movie.
Yeah, that we know. It's gone.
Yeah. I mean, remember that thought of, I hope they have a copy.
You remember that was fun.
Remember that
Going
thought
to
of
Blockbuster? Do you remember how big Blockbuster was?
Remember the thought of hoping they still had a copy left? If they had, I mean, number 1, remember before Blockbuster.
Oh, yeah, when shit came out?
Yeah. Remember,
like, I want the movie, it's coming out tomorrow, I'm going to go.
We thought Blockbuster was incredible because they would, if a good movie come out, they'd have like a whole little wall full of copies. And you'd be like, oh, okay. But remember before that when like mom and pop video stores?
Yeah,
they had like one copy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Lethal Weapon or something came out in the video and you were like hoping to see it. But
before Blockbuster, the mom and pop store was starting to gain traction, you know?
I think they always did before. Yeah. You know what I mean? You know, or going to whatever video store that you thought. Here you go, Mike.
Hey, Mike, we're talking about you. Hey, Mike, how are you? You like that take? How do you want me to do that?
Number 9. Filming on like big video cameras. Remember in high school when we had to do the movies and stuff? We had the big video camera. And now it's like that little thing.
They go.
Which I'm pointing at right now.
They go.
Which people can't see. It's the size of my phone.
This little thing.
Yeah. Or phone. Yeah.
Pretty close, too.
Yeah. Can you imagine somebody telling us that? You know, in 1990? We'd been like, what the hell?
Doesn't seem like it was that far away either. Really.
Yeah. Well, it had to be big enough.
We thought it was kick-ass to drive around in the car with the video camera. Remember? It was awesome. We were like, oh, my God, we have a real video camera.
It's not a tumor.
we were
just going to drive around. Yeah.
Yeah, we were simple.
Yeah, I think we've always been into, video and audio, music, entertainment. I mean, that's just like what we like. So we've always been that way. So when we had access to a camera, we brought it everywhere. And it was funny because it was huge. It was like one of these deals. It's like a boom box.
It was.
And I remember we even
I still have that one.
That's what kills me about some of the videos that you see. And people allow certain shit to get caught on camera. Like I remember going through in a McDonald's drive-thru, and I don't think we were doing anything really obnoxious, but we were filming. And the person behind the counter was really pissed off. Like, you need to turn that camera off right now. And we were like, we're just
why?
I don't know. That's what I mean.
Are you pooping in our food? What are you doing? Well, what are you doing this wrong?
It was crazy. They were yelling at. It's funny what happens if you walk around with a camera.
And now it's not. And now it's actually not. Now it's not strange to see somebody.
No, not at all. But back then it was.
Yeah, it was back. Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh my! My beer evaporated.
Number 10. Listening to cassette tapes.
Why do you want that beer so bad?
Because he's thirsty, dummy.
Listening to cassette tapes. No more cassette tapes.
I still have some.
I still have some.
I don't think I have anything to play them.
I have my dual cassette.
I got rid of the only one I had.
I'll bring one. I'll bring one off of the list that I wrote. It doesn't seem like the component big stereo system is anything anymore.
I don't know.
Yeah, it does. It seems like that's going away too.
That used to be what was cool.
Yeah, I still have mine upstairs. I still
remember
use mine.
Freddie, Chris's brother-in-law.
Yeah,
and that he had some crazy ass system. Remember that
Yeah.
was like the height of the bigger the better, like home console systems.
Everything wanted to go micro
Yeah.
in the 2000s.
Yep.
How small could you get things? You know what I mean? And like, I don't mind these things that you can hook up these speakers that you can hook up your iPod to, your phone to, or whatever to use. But nothing beats a good old fashioned big pair of speakers with a sub in the bottom and a tweeter in the top and mid range and everything on a good old stereo. Nothing sounds better than that.
I wonder if we'd get more hits if I showed the.
I don't want to see it.
I know, but there was a show on the radio, and I was listening, and there's a new thing that doctors can go to a certain. It's like Instagram, and they share videos, but it's helpful knowledge for doctors that are having weird cases, like they have.
So would this be like, don't do what this dumbass just did?
No. It's more like, I wonder if there's people out. No,
It would have been
no.
better when you were bleeding
It's-
earlier.
It's more. Oh yeah, yeah.
That would have
yeah.
been interesting.
I was like, oh no, it's not bad, and I put a Band-Aid on, and then I looked, and it was coming through the Band-Aid, and I had blood all over the floor. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's why I say, like, I wonder, like, it's probably like white and wrinkled right now, being covered.
let me kick through it.
But
through
what
a
I'm
few of
saying is,
these.
some people like that fact, that nasty factor. Some people dig that shit. Really, that's
I'm trying to move on because I don't want to get into this.
all right. I know. That's why I'm pushing it, because you won't go there.
I said stick it in your ass.
Let me crank through a few of these.
Go
Cassette
ahead. Go
tapes.
ahead. Do a couple.
Obviously, people don't. A cassette tape now is obviously long gone. No more rewinding or
we covered that one.
anything. The old time computers, Commodore 64, IBM.
What was your first computer?
IBM, because my father was able to sign it out at GE, and to play one game on it, you had to get a book to program and make your own program to play one stupid little game. It took you like a month.
Good teaching module.
It sucked. But she'll never know that because she has one at her fingertips, a computer that she can play games and do 500 times more than the computer we had. Number 12 is looking for. I saw that. Looking for.
Yeah, but I didn't do it in the. Yeah, I didn't do it in the microphone. That's
I know.
why I wanted to let the viewers see that. Yeah. So what if I'm full of gas and I burped? I'll
I
do
didn't
it
see that.
out of the microphone. Unlike my co-host Bob, who belches into
Hey, I
the
got an
microphone.
idea. Why don't you just kiss my
nasty
left nut?
motherfucker.
Looking for movie times. Remember when you used to have to look in the newspaper or call up the movie theater and listen for the movie time?
I do remember that.
Yeah.
I do.
Exactly. No, not anymore, huh? There's apps. It just
They were in the paper for a long time, though.
true. Yeah, but if you didn't have a paper, you could always.
I don't think they're in
You
the
could always
paper
look in
anymore.
that archaic thing
I
called.
don't think they're in the paper anymore.
They got to be still.
I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, the entertainment section.
Because I check out my parents' New Schenectady Gazette when I'm over there, and I don't think the movies
Really?
are in. Yeah, that's crazy. Like, yet they rely on you.
I
doing
think
it
they're in
online.
there. I think they're in there.
All right, we'll check it out. I'll verify.
Next,
it.
next
do that.
podcast we'll find out.
It's important. To
John will have
follow
that
up.
for you.
That's right.
The Walkman, either tape or CD.
I had a big tape one.
I had tape ones forever. I did have a CD one, like in the early stages of that, but
I did
it
too.
never worked right.
No.
It never worked right. It was always good to have like a portable little CD player that you could hook up to
I
speakers.
think I had my
but-
first CD Discman
Yeah.
from Marlboro Miles.
Get cancer and listen to good music while you do it. Dear God. You could have bought that thing a lot cheaper than Marlboro Miles.
Yeah, I know, but back then, Camel Miles, Marlboro Miles, you're not doing all of the math. That's for sure.
Number 14, Be Kind Rewind. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Or getting up to change your channel.
Oh, that's old. That's really old.
Yeah.
That goes
Yep.
back to when it was worth doing.
Or as my father used to say, you know, why can't you change the channel? As I would say. And he'd say, that's why I had kids. Now get up and change the channel.
Oh, you were his remote.
Yeah.
Right.
I was his remote.
It's because it's
That's right.
easier for you to, makes sense.
Yeah. Remember when you used to get a video game? You could go to the store and get a video game in a box, but it was like one game, and it was about this big. I remember we bought Pong. It was black and white. It had two little things on either side that you could hit. The one person sit over here, you sit over here, and you put it up on the screen, and you just move the thing back and forth to hit it. It was like ping pong, but it was like this big, like that type of thing. You know, they're never going to experience that.
No.
You go buy. You have to amuse yourself with one fucking thing, and you pay. You know what? And your parents pay good money for it, so you're going to play it. God damn it, and you're going to like it.
Well, does it count that they have reissued
them?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've seen some of those. They have like 1,000 games in one little thing, and it's like that's not fair.
Yeah,
We're talking about the old school.
It's not Pong.
No, it's not Pong. Yeah, Pong. What a great fucking game. Hell no. Number 16, just finding information in a real book, like having to go to the book to find the information.
I don't miss that.
I don't either because it would kill me now.
Yeah.
Now when I have something in my head, I got to find out what it's.
Absolutely. I mean, maybe that should be on the list. Is not having every answer at your fingertips. You know,
Well, that's kind of what that is. Like having to use a book.
Yeah, how about that? Asshole?
Pretty soon they're not going to know.
It wasn't so easy.
Pretty soon they're not going to know what books are. You know what I mean? Books. You mean
the internet really didn't start that long ago?
You mean you put words on paper? What's wrong with you?
What?
You archaic sons of bitches.
Sounds biblical.
Number 17, navigating with a paper map. A book of maps or a paper map.
I'm still a big fan of paper maps, but I'm starting to.
Hey,
the transitions happened.
I still believe in you give me a map, I can get anywhere. And I don't mean a GPS. I mean, you give me a map.
That's why I like to use a map. You know what I mean? I want to be that guy.
I've always been that guy.
That the map was in the back seat, and it's got everything in the United States.
Well, that's a little bit more. I was just talking about like if the area you're in.
That's my philosophy. I want
Yeah.
the map of the United States, and I can basically get my way around.
Yeah.
You know, with the map that's in my back seat. But hey, the GPS is a fantastic thing.
Yeah, well, we're not saying the developments aren't good.
Well, you know, if
number 18, developing
end of days came, map
Yeah.
in the back seat would
developing camera film.
You used to do it.
Oh, yeah, I've done it on all.
Yeah.
I did it in a
Nobody
a
does
lab
that.
setting, but I also did it
Where
in
do
a
you
black
go
and white
now?
setting. Hey, that's a good point right there.
If
I think
you-
some drugstores still have it, like Walgreens or
because
something.
if you're a photographer, I guess you're developing your own film then.
I did that.
Like big black and whites and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah, I
guess
did.
you're
I
stuck
tell you,
to-
there's
on
some
your
there's
own.
some magic into doing it.
Yeah, sure.
You know
Of
what I
course.
mean? If I had the
It's
time and wanted to make
art.
that a hobby, I'd love to again. 'Cause
Yeah.
there's something, you know, they have you do it digitally and you can turn it black and white by hitting a button. It's not the same.
No.
It doesn't have the depth and it doesn't have the character that shooting true black and white film has.
No, I agree.
And then when you do it all yourself with the enlarger and everything, there's something about it. There's something very magical about it. Number 19, using a fucking watch to tell time. That's going to be gone. That's pretty much almost gone now.
It's pretty close.
You know what I mean? I don't have a watch. This is a Fitbit, but I don't have a watch because I got my phone. Why do I need a watch?
I'm not a big fan of jewelry, so I had a wife once that
That's your jewelry?
that made me.
That's your jewelry. I had a wife.
No, it was not my jewelry. She enjoyed me
Wearing
wearing jewelry. So I wore jewelry.
You had the Guido necklaces back in the
Sure.
day.
I did. But that was my mom enjoyed me wearing jewelry.
You not so
Personally,
much.
I don't want to wear jewelry. I
Even
don't-
the earring you had?
That was Chris enjoyed watching me wear jewelry.
That's a whole different story I don't want to know about.
Oh, it's a great story.
No, you just said him enjoying you watching you.
I don't know.
He's joking around. Feels so good when he jokes.
We'll move
I don't know,
on. We'll
Chris-
move on from that one.
Chris is more than welcome to call into the show or even stop by and explain why it was so important for me to get a pierced ear.
Because you wanted to pierce his nipple.
No, that's not the story. That's how it ended.
Oh,
But
okay.
how it started, that was
I thought
not
it-
the case. He had a pierced ear. And I think
Yeah.
it was like, I've heard this really funny rendition about marriage is like it's like a pyramid program. It's like, you get married and then like two more people want two more people to get married. And it's just a great
yeah.
thing like that.
Pure
Sa-
pressure stupidity.
Yeah, same kind of thing. So I think he had an earring. He's like, "Why don't you have one?" I'm like, "I don't want to be pierced." It was like, man. And he just like trying to talk me in to get a pierced ear. I'm like, "Well, it just sounds stupid. If it's that big of a deal, then fine. Then I'll pierce your nipple, which I knew would be uncomfortable." So he pierced my ear, and I pierced his nipple. And it was he got the worst end of the stick, I'll tell you that. He really tried to do it, because one of the things I've always wanted was pierce my nipple so you could hang your sunglasses on your ring on the nipple, like in the summer. That's what I always thought would be a good reason
What the fuck
for
is
it.
wrong with you people?
So,
How do I call you friends?
And he agreed to.
I'm glad I missed all this. I must have been in the common sense room or
So
something.
it was like day 3.
or that stupid room.
And it was out. And I go, "Yo, what's up, dude? That's fucked up. We had a deal." He goes, "No, I couldn't take it anymore." It was killing me.
It's not a tumor.
I couldn't take it.
I got a few
Dude, you know
more
what
here.
it does to have a pierced nipple?
I don't.
It makes your nipple hard 24/7.
I don't want to know.
It's big all the time. It's like udders.
I don't want to know.
How would you like to suck my balls?
I don't want to know.
So, yeah, that
Let me rip
that
through
really
the rest of these.
pissed off my dad, dude. Go ahead.
Yeah. Number 20. Remember, they'll never know how to do the old-fashioned printers where you had to put the perforated edge right under the holes.
With
right
the
to
holes?
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
And it always
I'm
got
so
fucked
glad
up.
That's so gone.
You put it in there, and then you'd run
That was
over it.
wasteful, too.
Yeah.
It
And then
happened
you go over and you'd hit print and just be like, "Please God, please God, please, please,
just
please.
work out right.
I need to hand this in tomorrow, please." You're sitting down there. It's midnight. The thing's going haywire and jamming up. Fuck!
It was bullshit.
Fucking Becky. Oh,
What's the next one?
The next one would be. All right, we had a.
Houston, we have a problem.
Oh boy, this is going to be really interesting.
That was a huge problem.
Yeah, that was a huge problem.
Ridiculously long problem.
Yeah, where were we?
And my guess,
Houston,
it
we have a problem.
It was Steve
Yeah,
trying to call
Probably
in.
was.
I think.
yeah. Let's get back to what we were saying.
I'm happy more than ever that it was Steve. If that was the case, we haven't confirmed yet.
we
But
haven't confirmed yet. That was
if
completely.
there's
threw us
anybody
off.
wants to ruin a good time, that's the guy to do it. You are a champion at ruining a good time. You asshole.
Oh, you guys love each other so much.
You fucking jerk.
Let's rip through the rest of these.
Piss
You don't
me
want to leave
off.
anybody
Boom,
off.
boom, boom. You fucking jerk.
Scratching a CD because everything's download now. So
Yeah.
you won't have to repair a
MP3s don't
scratch CD. Yeah. Remember the old Nintendos? You used to have to pull it out when it was dirty and blow on the game cartridge and
Yep.
put it back in. And never have to do that again. Adjusting bunny ear antennas, rabbit ears.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Here's one that I didn't even think about. Requesting a song on the radio.
Yeah, they don't do it.
Remember, that was the whole thing.
It used to be huge.
Yeah, on the weekend. Get a party going, find a song to
just
play.
on the radio.
Yeah.
This is me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was awesome.
Yep.
It was a lot of fun.
And the last one is researching for in the card catalogs at a library.
No, that was dying when we were in school.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't think it was dying when we were in school.
I do. I just felt like the card catalog was
On its way out.
yeah, a lot of space.
Yeah.
Computers were starting to emerge.
Let's call Dickhead. Ready? So you can yell at him. I just want to get you to yell at him now.
I don't know if this is a good idea. If you guys, well, I don't know if you'd watch through that whole.
Trying to get a hold of the fucking Pope.
You're on the air with Bob and John. Yes. John's been yelling at you for...
Can you hear me, motherfucker? Huh? Can you hear me?
I don't like that attitude.
I have a bad attitude when you call my show and you disrupt what's going on.
What do you mean I called your show?
Didn't you just call a few minutes ago?
No.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, I called you.
Well, just
No,
literally
yeah,
a couple minutes ago.
But you have that
Caller ID.
caller ID block, so we wouldn't even know.
I thought I released it.
No, you didn't.
No.
Hey, what year did you guys graduate?
1990.
1990. You know, Cruz graduated in 84.
He's old.
Let me see something. I wonder what... Oh, yeah, there's John Piccirillo right there. John Piccirillo. Where's my...
Well, I'm right
by
here.
the way, audience, this is Steve. This is or as John likes to yell at the camera, Dickhead.
This is the D-bag that can't get his ass over here and sing his fucking ass off for the band.
What do you mean I'm on the air?
Fucking jerk.
I'm holding you. We're doing our podcast right as we speak. I have you held up to the microphone.
Oh,
You know something?
you think you're funny?
Yeah.
You
I found this...
like you're a clown?
I found this site.
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown.
This in high school, and Bob, you're not in the graduating class.
1990.
Yeah,
I'm there.
that's weird, huh?
I graduated. That's for damn sure. I got my diploma to prove it.
John Piccirillo's there.
I graduated?
Robert.
What?
Huh. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X. I went past R. A, B, C,
Why are
D,
you
E,
looking
F,
at R? It would be under.
Robert.
Oh, it'd be under C for Katie.
Yeah, they didn't do it that way. They did it by the first name.
Well, that's stupid. That's stupid. Hello? Hello?
Randy Russo. Oh, yeah, there he is. Robbie.
Jackass.
So what do you... So now, I called you guys because...
Jackass.
I haven't heard from you in days, and I've been trying to call you to find out if the...
Hey, I got an idea. Why don't you just kiss my left nut?
those songs I sent you...
Well, we're waiting for you to come down here.
Oh, you need me there. Oh, I see.
Well, we already have one ready to go, so...
You know, technically, when you do a podcast, all you'd have to do is take the computer. Does any of your computers have cameras in them?
We're looking at a camera right now, the video camera.
Well, I mean on the computer.
Yeah. So.
Well, you put me on Uvu, and you put me sitting there on the table. And I'll be right there. I'll be at the podcast.
Nah. Either this is a show up live to participate.
You know something? This is horseshit. This is what I don't like. This is what you guys do.
I said stick it in your ass.
What?
This is no good. You need to bring a little.
My uncle says you got a screw loose.
Oh, yeah. Your uncle molests collies.
Well, I'm your guy.
Well, then get your ass down here.
You want me to come down right now?
Hey, sure, come on. We can do 5 podcasts now. We don't care. John might be under the table for like on the 3rd one, beginning of the 3rd one. But
Oh yeah, but we can fire shit up so quickly. If you just arrive, then yeah. We'll call your shit out here. Yeah, you bring it, and we're fucking playing.
yeah.
What's it been? About a year since I've had anything to drink.
Why do you want that beer so bad?
Because he's thirsty, dummy.
You smoke a couple of bowls. It really fucks your coordination up.
What, you can't drive? Is that what it is? Fucked your coordination to drive?
Oh no, I'm straight sober.
If you're straight, if you haven't been drinking or drugging, and you're down with coming here right now,
Yeah.
I'm ready to hang out.
You ready to go?
Yeah.
He said yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't want you drinking and driving.
Well, I wouldn't drink anyway. I wouldn't drink when I even at Bob's house. I would just drink water.
He's ready to hang out, he said. Bring it on.
If you're not drinking and driving, I'm ready to hang out, bro.
All right, I'm on my way.
Okay,
We'll
we'll see
believe
you.
you when you get here.
All right.
All right, we're here.
Heard it on.
Bye.
Heard it on the show. I can't wait.
There, that was Steve, ladies and gentlemen. He told us he's going to be here. If he's going to be here,
Interesting
I have no
turn
idea.
for the show. I'll tell you that
Yeah.
for sure. We had some technical difficulties, but wow, that's kind of funny. Let's see if this asshole shows up. Wow, well, hey, maybe that's what it's all about, though, right?
You never know. Maybe we'll be doing another podcast with him here.
It might happen
It
in
might.
30 minutes.
30, 40 minutes. Yeah,
Sure.
something like
Okay, so here, I just want to let
that. We're at the
everybody
end
know
of
that
this one just about.
it's
but-
Saturday, and I didn't plan on it. So if we do another podcast, I apologize for my behavior. I'll probably be intoxicated. And
No, there's no probably about it.
I probably yell at Steve and say a bunch of terrible things. And I
Are you apologizing to him right away?
I apologize ahead of time. I'm sorry that I don't think I really lose control when I drink, but
get this thing
I
on?
guess I get more honest, and that's a problem too.
You motorboating son of a bitch. You old sailor, you.
So I'm
might be
not
a
going to
paranoid,
turn
or is he
into a
busting my
jerk.
balls?
I'm not going to get aggressive or physical, but sometimes you understand. I know.
Yeah.
If you hang out with us, you
Sure.
understand.
He understands.
How close are we? We totally didn't.
Yeah, we
even
totally.
do that.
It took so freaking. I didn't think that thing was going to take that long, but it did. Let's finish up.
All
with-
right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
You can find us at Bob and John's podcast at gmail.com or
At Loose and Buttery on the Twitter and Instagram, or
at our Facebook or YouTube channel at Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour. And before I forget, because I'll get killed if I don't, we got a little bit of sponsorship going on. Anybody getting married? Anybody attending a special event? It's prom season, ladies. The secret to looking picture perfect is Color Me Gorgeous. Color Me Gorgeous is the premier makeup experience for upstate New York. Color Me Gorgeous specializes in airbrush, makeup, and celebrity secret for looking red carpet ready.
Just gave me chills.
Owner and founder Rachel Duncan has trained with top brands in the industry and has years of experience as a professional makeup artist. Rachel's unique approach to makeup allows her to effortlessly bring her clients' visions to life. She flawlessly transforms every session into a one-of-a-kind, unparalleled beauty experience. Check out www.colormegorgeous.me. It's also featured in Wedding Wire for the Albany, New York area. For more information, find her on Instagram at color_me_gorgeousxo. That's colormegorgeous.me.
In your face, all over the place. We're online 24/7. 24/7. You're listening to the hottest internet station.
Bob and John Super Duper Variety Power Hour.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
All right. What an unexpected podcast this was.
We don't even know if there's going to be more coming.
Who
One
knows?
step at a time. So, where are we in the 50? 40?
Over.
Oh, good. Hey, we're good.
So when do you call it?
Yeah,
Say
because
goodnight, John.
you never know what's going to happen next.
No.
Hey, good night, John.
Stadler?
Yeah, what?
Is that it?
Yes, it's over. How'd you like it?
I don't know. I slept through the whole thing.
Well, you didn't miss much. Chico!
I'll tell you what I got. Your wife's pussy on my breath.